Yeah, I'm interested in learning what your journey was through hydrogen, actually. It's a very interesting topic. On the Miracles Directory, of course, I watched your introduction video there, and you know, what I got from that is, like, yes, hydrogen is, you said, in everything, in every cell. See, I do my research. Hydrogen is in every cell. But what led you to that discovery? Like, what had you get to the place where you discovered, oh, this is something that we all need to be incorporating in our everyday, well, nutrition and habits?
Yeah, it was a culmination of my background, which is, uh, you know, almost all my life, ever since I was 20 years old or so, uh, focused on research and mostly preclinical and clinical research. And I've, done a lot of work on uh, getting patents on dietary supplements and researching uh, many different things, but in particular, hydrogen was one of my special interests, and I was recommended and referred to a company that hired me to do hands-on research in my laboratory with hydrogen. So that got me started, and
So can I
then
just interrupt you for 1 second?
sure,
Because I wanted to know where did this interest in hydrogen come from to begin with?
okay, it stemmed from my research on hydrogen and all uh, the publications that I've read, the clinical research that I've read, which is overwhelming. There are over 2,000 studies as we speak on hydrogen and over 170 disease conditions, which got me very, very excited and interesting to focus on hydrogen and also write a book. I had to write a book because it was a burning desire for me to get the word out and increase the awareness.
Yeah, I saw the book. It's the Live Healthier, Better, and Longer, correct? With hydrogen, right? And
Yes.
great reviews that I've seen on there. Uh, but was there anything going on for you aside from the research? I know you've said that you've always loved science since you were a boy. So what was that first impetus for you when you're like, oh man, I love this stuff?
Well, the first time I really got so involved in hydrogen is actually doing the research with a number of my associates and doing the publication. So I had to read a lot of articles to get background, and we have several publications with my good friends and associates and laboratory people, and I got enamored with the information that we gleaned, the results from the hydrogen that we studied. So that really got me totally interested in um, getting enamored with the hydrogen and writing a book.
Hmm. So tell us about the magic of hydrogen.
Well, basically, hydrogen is the smallest, simplest, odorless, tasteless molecule in the universe, the smallest. And it can get into, as you said, it can get into once you consume it or breathe it or drink it, it can go to every cell, every tissue, every organ of your entire body. So it actually gets into the cells and gets through the cell membrane into the interior of the cell and even into the DNA, which it controls or handles cell signaling. It actually talks to the cell and communicates to the cell to make the cell work better. And we have cells in every single organ of our body, including the blood cells and the immune system.
Okay. So what you're saying then is someone, if their body is, I'm going to say diseased, it's not working the way it should be working, adding hydrogen to their, what I was going to say, not their prescription, but what they do to add to what they're doing will, in fact, you'll see a change due to the hydrogen.
Yes, essentially the body, it makes hydrogen itself in the gut. Bacteria make hydrogen, but it's to a certain level, and the body needs more hydrogen. So as you consume it, like for example, say hydrogen water, you can infuse hydrogen inside the H2O water to a higher level. So it's like a gas. It's like a CO2 or a carbonated beverage where the beverage bubbles gas inside the water. That's hydrogen. And if you have a higher amount of hydrogen inside the water and you drink it, that has the clinical benefits and health benefits that are just very broad spectrum, and the health is to almost every tissue, every organ of the body.
So does it regenerate then? Like, so you said, I think I'm asking you two questions here. You mentioned it gets into your DNA. So does it change the DNA? Like, what does it do with the DNA?
Well, it through its cell signaling, it modifies the DNA to make it actually encode messages in a higher level of efficiency. The same thing with other types of things in the cell, like the mitochondria, which are the sites of energy production in the cells. These are the batteries of the cell. And hydrogen increases the level and function of the mitochondria, improves the DNA coding, and many other signalings with inside the cell. It's also a very powerful antioxidant,
Mm.
but it's a smart molecule because we need some it quenches free radicals or neutralizes free radicals. That's what antioxidants do. And free radicals cause damage. So it reduces the free radical damage, but in a very smart way. We need some free radicals that are produced by the mitochondria to make energy, and those free radicals are good. But hydrogen, very smart, leaves those free radicals alone and only goes after the the deadliest or the ones that cause the most damage, like hydroxyl ion, and there's others. I don't want to get into the technical part of it, but it leaves the good guys alone and neutralizes or makes the bad guys harmless.